South of Annapolis, take Mayo Road toward the water, like Lisa Aerosmith is doing.
My name is Lisa Aerosmith, and I'm with the Public Water Access Committee.
She passes nearly a dozen signs pointing here, here, and here to a stunning public park over this bridge. Lisa brought us here to give us a lesson in the lack of true public access to the bay. You see, this is a public park.
It's closed to the general public except for about 24 days a year.
But it's a public park.
It is a public park that has never been open to the general public.
The county has agreed with neighbors to occasionally allow it to be open to the public. Visits here require a county permit. In fact, we're asked what we're doing here by a park ranger. When Lisa tells him she's with the Public Water Access Committee, it's okay.
It's a public park that is grudgingly open for special occasions, like it's the Good China.
The state owns the water and the damp sand up to the high tide line, but access to get here, that's what gets under Lisa's skin.
I am very passionate about this because it is just not fair.
We're talking about the place between the salt and the shore, the surface and the sand, the marsh and the mansion. The bay is a public resource, but access laws in Maryland make it hard to get to.
We're here to talk about public water access in Maryland.
The Chesapeake Conservancy wants more people using the bay.
That's part of our goal, is to make sure that people can benefit from the resource, and when they benefit from it, when they experience the bay, they'll really learn to love the bay, to understand it, and to become conservation stewards.
It supports an effort now going on at the State House.
All right, we're live streaming. Welcome back.
Legislators in the House and Senate environmental committees have introduced and had hearings on concurrent legislation. In the House, it's Bill 1267, sponsored by Delegate Shamika Henson, who grew up in Annapolis, grew up with limited access to the water that surrounds her community.
This bill is a intergovernmental interagency work group that would study opportunities for public water access in the state of Maryland.
Here's the stunning figure, and it needs some setup. The Chesapeake Bay, Virginia, Maryland, the whole thing has over 11,000 miles of shoreline. That's more than California, Oregon, and Washington combined. Now, here are the important figures.
The state has 7,719 miles of shoreline, but only 629 public water access sites.
Let that sink in. Only 629 public ways to get to the public waters of the bay in all of the state of Maryland.
Oh, it's insane.
The bill would create a working group of 30 interested parties to come up with ways to increase access to the bay. Lisa, she testified.
Good afternoon. 600 access points are just a nothing. They're a lip service for the number of people we have and the amount of water we have. We are not in the middle of Nevada. We are not in the middle of Arizona.
During the pandemic, where have people gone? They've gone outside because it's safe. Public access and outdoor recreation is so relevant and important at this time. Park visitorship, state park visitorship in Maryland has skyrocketed.
Back at the Mayo Beach Park, though it was closed, Hal Rich is here with his kids, 2-year-old Quinn and 3-year-old Ollie.
Definitely they love it, it makes an impression on them to come out and just look at the water.
Hal didn't know the park was closed and just drove in.
I actually think it's closed now. It's kind of amazing they haven't run you off.
No, we're kind of flying under the radar today, so.
Families like the Riches who use the bay may know nothing about HB 1267, but supporters say that ultimately they will benefit.
So what happens now? The legislative session ends on April the 12th, and this bill, it has roughly 3 more things that have to happen to it on the House side where it has to pass before it goes over to the Senate, where there is a co-sponsor, and those who originated this bill think that that bodes well for its ultimate passage. So far, there has been no opposition to this bill that could open up access for the Chesapeake Bay. For Chesapeake Bay Media's Bay Bulletin, I'm Mike Shue reporting.